Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another video. Welcome back to Monster Hunter World, and in case you guys are wondering why my tone of voice is so low, that is because my wife and kid are fast asleep and I really don't want to wake them, otherwise she'll come in here with a knife and kill me. Anyways, in this week's update, we've actually received a special quest which brought forth the tempered version of Lunastra, and naturally I instantly went in there and beat her face in, because that's just what I do, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, here's an interesting thing. In my opinion, from what I've fought of regular Lunastra so far, I have to say that Tempered Lunastra actually does not hit any harder, at least in my opinion. I mean, I don't know, I'm actually curious to hear from you guys if anyone else is experiencing something different, but Tempered Lunastra actually does not hit that hard. What happens is that regular Lunastra already hits really hard. But anyways, today I wanted to share with you guys my attempt at this particular quest, or one of my attempts at this particular quest, so that you guys can see how I chose to tackle her. Now, I am using a variation of the Face Buster build. It's pretty much kind of become my go-to build for whenever I'm doing something that I consider to be somewhat serious. It's like I will use other weapons to play around and just, you know, do quests and have fun and have variety. But whenever I find the quest that I want, that I'm like, okay, this quest is going to be somewhat challenging, I just bring out the old Face Buster. Now, this is actually a new variation on the Face Buster build. I'm not going to do a typical build video because I kind of already explained the Face Busters. So what I'm going to do for you guys is, if you want to know what I have in this build, then at the end of the video, near the end screen, I will actually show you the full build so that you guys can check it out and you can copy it if you want to. It's whatever. But ultimately, it's like, if you guys are looking for tips on how to deal with Lunastra, I mean, I've heard from people about the Astera Jerky thing, which is basically if your health is going down in flames, you can use Astera Jerky to recover the entire red portion of your health. So that's one of the things that you guys can do. This was not from me. I've read this on Twitter. I think I'm not sure if the first person I saw this was from Fighting Cowboy, but I think Fighting Cowboy on Twitter was where I saw it. So yeah, Astera Jerky is something that you can use. I personally am not using that. What I am relying on instead is I'm relying on double mantle usage. So as you guys know, with Lunastra being added into the game, we received a new mantle, which is the Temporal Mantle, and that mantle is like one of the most powerful mantles in the game, like hands down. This is the mantle that just lets you go up into a monster's face and wail on it until the mantle effect wears off. Like, you can literally do this, because while you are doing this, any attack that will significantly diminish your health pool, you will basically automatically dodge it. This will also work if you are using an insect glaive and you're in the middle of the air. You're not going to be taking any damage. Stuff that can still stun you is like roars and wind effects and stuff like that can still get you, but like actual hard-hitting attacks, you're gonna dodge everything. So Temporal Mantle is like a key thing to my strategy on Lunastra. I actually don't use it here. I ended up using it on the Tempered Nergigante, because the quest that we're doing, which is called Thronetaker, actually involves you taking down Tempered Lunastra, Tempered Nergigante, as well as Tempered Teostra. So I ended up using the Temporal Mantle on another monster. But if you are fighting the regular version of Lunastra, chances are that you might have to use two mantles. So basically, I will usually start the fight, and as she does her first like enrage type thing, I will pop out the fireproof mantle, and after that, you know, once the fireproof mantle wears out, sometimes I try to go in for a flash, although I have to say in this particular attempt the flash ended up costing me big time. I almost died because, on account of the fact that I flashed her, she just went into supernova, and I was like, holy crap, why would you do this? But ultimately what I mean is that I go from fire mantle, like I will hang on a little bit, like I'll try to survive, I'll try to get that cooldown started, because the idea is to get mantles as fast as possible so that you're always protected. And I think this is going to be important when we get to Arc Tempered Kirin. But anyway, or Arch Tempered Kirin. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend any of my viewers. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm actually Portuguese, so Arch doesn't make any difference to me. But anyway, as I was saying, I think this is actually going to be important for some of these hardened monsters, you being able to rotate through mantles, but ultimately after I wait a while, once the cooldown is started on the fireproof mantle, then I will pop in the temporal mantle, and then by the time temporal mantle is down, I should be able to bring back the previous mantle. So basically I'm constantly rotating between mantles as much as I can, which I think is one of the reasons why the Lunastra set actually has Tool Specialist, which is going to help out players that maybe are struggling with some of these harder monsters like the Arc or the Arch Tempered or the Arch-Tempered Elder Dragons. Like, you might want to use that Teostra set, get that Tool Specialist, or get the Tool Specialist somewhere else. It's going to be completely up to you. But ultimately, you know, rotating through the mantles is something that really, really helps me when I'm farming through Teostra. Other than that, I mean, it's basically the same old Facebuster playstyle. And I know that it's a very, very basic playstyle, but it is just so incredibly reliable that I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's like, oh, this playstyle is too powerful, I'm not going to use it. Not to mention that it is such a like a signature playstyle for me because it is so tanky. Like, you got your earplugs, you got hella defense, you got guts. On this variation of the build, I even have shield up, so basically if Teostra brings you his little Nova, you can just flat out block it. If you get like, well, actually on this quest it doesn't matter, but like if you're hunting regular Lunastra and you get like a, whatchamacallit, Kushala, when he goes in for his ultimate wind blast, you just block it. So it becomes like so powerful. I don't know, that some people are going to criticize the fact that I have Part Breaker in there. And it's like, look, you guys, put whatever the hell you want in there if you don't like Part Breaker. I like Part Breaker, okay? I like breaking parts. Breaking parts staggers monsters, gives me more openings for me to continue blasting them down. Like, if someone wants to use a different playstyle, then dang, go right ahead, but I like Part Breaker. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this hunt. Just a couple of notes here, which is I actually am going to do some edits because I took my time with this hunt because I wanted to grab as many of the footprints of the monsters as possible. Because on account of the fact that I've been doing more videos and I haven't been playing as much, I'm actually running low on investigations, so I'm trying to get some more tempered investigations, so I'm going to edit some of that stuff out. But for those of you that are going to start saying, you edited out deaths, I will show you the end screen. I will show you that I didn't really get carded, and the event is not really that hard because you got 3 monsters, therefore their health pool is dramatically reduced. As a matter of fact, the Tempered Lunastra of this event is actually considerably easier than regular Lunastra in my personal opinion. But anyway, once again, you guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you guys enjoy my videos, subscribe, hit the bell icon, notifications, all of that stuff. Really appreciate all of you guys' support. Comment feedback in the comment section below. At the end of the video, as usual, you will have the end slate with 2 videos that you can click on. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the hunt, and I will see you guys in the next one.